guide for the first-time home buyers.
We're so excited to do this for you. And we're going to jump right into it today. So number one, you should understand the difference between ownership versus renting.
Yes.
Because you're probably renting right now if you're watching this video and you're a first-time home buyer. And when you're renting, you're paying a rent every single month to your landlord, and the landlord's taking your rent and paying his mortgage and keeping your funds because eventually people sell it and make more money on you. Now, if you own the own home, you're going to get that. You're going to get a lot of financial advantages. What are some financials?
One of them is a tax return, because
right.
You're paying the interest rate to the bank or financial institution, and at the end of the year, you can write off from your tax.
And then after 15 years, after 30 years, however long your mortgage is, you actually will own the home fully. So you can live in it when you can't afford to work anymore. You can sell it and buy something smaller when you can't afford to work anymore.
Exactly.
You can give it to your children. There's a million financial reasons why you should be buying a home. And why home ownership is super important.
Beside of the psychological health and what is the best for you from the peace point of view for your family, because you feel the ownership. No?
Right, now we're going to do our introduction now, and then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty details of how we find you that home, because it's the home buyer's guide, right? So, hi, this is Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
And so you call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget our buyer's guide in the description below, because if you are a first-time buyer, we've written it all out for you, and you can therefore have all our information that we're talking about in this video.
Let's look
And more.
into the more details of what we talk. First, we talk about the owning versus the renting.
Right, we did that. So now if you're going to talk to us as a home buyer's guide and you call us and say, hey, I want to buy a home, we're going to say, awesome, we're so excited to help you with this.
Yes.
Super, super excited. What is it that you want? Do you want a single family home? Do you want a townhome? Do you want a condo? Do you want a big backyard? How many bedrooms do you need? And now if you tell me 4 or 5 bedrooms, that's going to be a little hard to get unless you have the funds in which to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore, pretty much we are having the must-have list. No?
Right.
What exactly you desire and must have in this house. That, of course, as my wife said, when we go to the details, also we need the next step, which is the financial assessment.
Right, so this is why we're going to say we're not lenders. We're definitely not even pretending to be lenders, but we do understand some math, and we understand what we see in the market all the time. So when I told you that if, let's just hypothetically say your budget is $200,000, right? I can definitely get you a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, maybe 3-bedroom, 2-bath, probably. But that 4th bedroom is going to be a hard one. Just to give you some realistic information, in my area of Greenville, can it happen? Sure. Will it happen at $200,000? It's going to be hard to figure out. So you can be creative once you own your home as well.
Exactly. Therefore, we don't go really to that detail of the financial assessing, because there's lots of parameters and each person is really unique. Depends on your income, your asset, your debt to income ratio, your credit score, and everything, the full package. Are you self-employed or not? Everything depends on many factors.
But the 3 main factors are how much money do you make every single month, how much is your debt every single month, and have you paid your bills? What is your credit score every single month? Those are the 3 main components of getting a home.
The credit score is the first important things. The DTI or debt to income ratio is the second things, and your asset and income is going to be the third.
Now, next thing we're going to mention is if you're really, really worried about finances, you definitely want to be talking to a mortgage broker. We have a list. If you're looking for someone more particular, we can definitely talk to you and help you with that as well. And they're going to take all of your information. They're going to take your financials, your detailed credit history. There's things on your credit report you might not be able to see, but they can see on their end because they pull a much more detailed one than you can. Even if you go to Credit Karma or those things.
Here is you connecting with professionals that could be your own bank, because you feel comfortable. They have all of your information, all of the sensitive information, and it's really easy to go with them the first step.
Now, once you get your pre-approval, we now know how much house to shop for you for, which is amazing.
Yes.
Now, I mean, it's possible, say you get approved for $800,000, $1 million, but you only want to spend $300,000 or $400,000. totally fine. Just tell us what the budget price is that you're going for and just pre-approval at that
Yes.
point. Because we'll definitely help you with whatever budget you're looking
Or
for.
sometimes you want a 4-bedroom and you get a pre-approval for 200. Now you need to work on that list and see how you can make it in a way that it fits to your financial portfolio.
Then make sure that your needs match what you can afford.
Exactly.
Next thing, of course, is us real estate agents, because we can tell you what houses are available in the market.
Exactly.
We get much more detailed information than you get if you just look on these websites that are like national websites. Also, you can just go to alandvictoriasellhomes.com and connect with us there. But, I mean, really, picking your professional real estate agent is going to bring you into a guide, because not everything is there. So, for instance, with new construction, say you're saying I'm thinking about new. You might see all these new construction homes that are listed, but those don't actually exist in the actual market. We can find that out for you. On the other side of it, there are new constructions that never make it onto the MLS that you might qualify for and desire. So there's a two-step process, and that is one of the things that we can do to help you with it.
Exactly, and also
Which brings
the
us to the next one.
The next one. What is the next one?
Which is really that property search and taking you to see all these homes.
Exactly. That's when you talk to your realtors. And again, based on your pre-qualification, you come and maybe you rewrite your must-have list and then give it to your realtor, and then you will start searching for that.
Right, and then when we go out looking at these properties, you can talk.
And then what is important, then you need to at least see a couple properties that you have a comparison that see what exactly meeting your needs. No?
Right, and then also what is it your desire? So I love looking at homes. We get to see a lot of homes. I was getting over a cold. And then once we have found the one that matches exactly what you want, which is the fun part, we are now going to be making an offer. Now, is it new construction? Is it pre-owned home? It's going to be a little different with each of these. Basically, we're going to do, you're going to have, if you win the home, you're going to get inspections. We're going to talk about appraisal. We're going to talk about make sure that you're really going to go through that mortgage process, because you think pre-approval was hard. Mortgage process is a much more detailed.
Exactly. Therefore, what you need to do, as my wife said, putting an offer and specifying your due diligence. And
that was our next one. Now, in North Carolina, we have this specific thing called due diligence fee. Now, this is something that out-of-staters always freak out about when we talk to them. So when I get a call from Hawaii, I'll be like, hey, you want to buy a home? Awesome. Let me talk to you about due diligence fee. Due diligence fee is something that we give to the sellers right away upon acceptance of the offer. So you have 24 to 48 hours to give this over. And then you are going to, the house is now pending under your name. It's the right to put take the house off the market and mark it pending. You've given them cash. And then also, this is not typically non-refundable. So you're going to if you walk out of the deal, you're walking away from cash. For any reason. Right, so it is a North Carolina rule, and that is something that a lot of out-of-staters have
that's the money that
processed.
you're going to lose. But
that's why we have to make sure that shopping is correct.
Yeah, but the good thing is if you don't change your mind or don't back out from your offer, definitely is going to count toward your final number for the purchasing the home.
Right, which is why we always tell people be very, very sure this is exactly what you want. Now, when you won the offer, we're going to definitely hop into those inspections, appraisals, and all of that stuff. So home inspections, I'm going to always recommend, even with new construction. It's going to give us a real detailed information about the home. We're going to find out what is going on in this process.
Yeah, exactly.
And things, even in new construction, I have seen things messed up in new construction that you would be surprised about. So I would always recommend you still get an inspection.
Yes. Therefore, after that your offer is accepted, there are two people that you're going to work directly. One with your real estate agent that you're going to go do the property inspection and go all nitty-bitty things about the property. And the other route, you're going to work with your mortgage broker that going to the basically appraisal and underwriting process that they can give you the loan.
And just as examples of things that you're going to talk about, it could be your marriage license for us. For my recent client, they need to write a letter that they were engaged, the date they met, the date they got engaged, to prove that they were a real couple and that the wedding was next year. So you never know what these underwriters want, so you have to give your underwriters everything else. Next thing I want to talk about quickly is, of course, homeowners insurance. What about you want to say?
Homeowners insurance actually is part of the 4 factors factors that you pay, because you pay principal, interest rate, property tax, and homeowners
Do you
insurance.
typically think you should go with the lenders lenders?
Yeah,
home
most of
insurance?
the lenders, they have their own homeowners insurance person or a company. But the best thing is one of the factors that you can really shop for it is your homeowner's insurance.
Absolutely, and you should be shopping for that and say, hey, no, this is the one I want. So is it Allstate? Is it Progressive? Don't care. Is it Geico? Whoever it is that you're using, use them all. Sorry, I moved the camera a minute ago. Next thing we're going to do, after we've got the home inspected, after we've gone through the appraisal process, your loan is ready to close. Now, what are we going to do?
Basically, before you close, you're gonna go to your due diligence
we've done all that.
period.
Well, we've done all that. We've passed
You're
that.
gonna negotiate with them that if they're gonna make the repair that came out of your inspection report, or they give you some discount from the sales
It can
price.
happen
Yeah.
as well. Now that we've gone through all of that, then we're going to go through the final walkthrough, make sure all the repairs were done as agreed, and then we're going to go to closing day. Yay, this is when you finally get the keys in your hand. In North Carolina, it usually takes about 30 days, unless you're buying new, and then it can take longer.
Therefore, what happened in that period? Like when with the
That's
lender?
a lot. The lender's going to ask you for tons of paperwork.
Okay.
We're also checking about the inspections, making sure the inspections go through. You're also working on homeowners insurance. That's what we just talked about for all of
and
that.
Then basically, the lender gives clear to close or CTC, and then after that, they send the document over to you 2 or 3 business days before you're closing, and to the lawyers in North Carolina, and they check to see everything match. Therefore, this is super important that we get to that point. No?
Right, so all of this is in our home buyer's guide, which is in the description below. Please grab a copy because we put it there for you. Took a lot of time to put all that information together for you.
And don't forget to basically subscribe and call us and write us a comment. We love to help you. And 252-327-3357. This is our number, Alan Victoria.